This entire process is known as the pressure flow hypothesis.
Most plants are known as vascular plants, which have complex tissues that work in order to sustain a plant's life. Due to the demand of energy that vascular plants require, they use transport stems within its system known as xylem and phloem. The xylem uses transpiration from the leaves' stomata to suck water upwards to be used in photosynthesis, while the phloem transports sugars such as sucrose, which are created via the Calvin cycle, to other parts of the plant. Sucrose starts in the leaves and is created after photosynthesis and promptly sent towards the roots and other storage areas in the plant, such as fruits. This is known as leaving a source in the plant to being transported to a sink in the plant. Active transport then sends sugars from the phloem to head towards these sink areas in the plant. This creates a high pressure area because of the buildup of sucrose in the phloem. This also causes a low pressure zone in the xylem because of the water being transpired. A high-low concentration gradient is formed and water moves from the xylem to the phloem.
The materials move into the phloem through active transport, and as the phloem is adjacent to the xylem which transports water, the water diffuses into the phloem and creates a higher pressure in the source, thus causing a pressure flow in which the sugar and water is transported to the sink. Sugars synthesized in source tissues are loaded into the sieve elements of the leaves, increasing turgor pressure of the sieve elements due to the simultaneous water flux from the xylem to the phloem. In contrast, unloading sugars into the sink tissue from the phloem increases the water potential, allowing water flux to the xylem and reducing turgor. Both loading and unloading could involve symplastic or apoplastic pathways. Apoplastic import of sugars is through the plasma membrane of the cell and therefore requires energy, while symplastic import moves the materials through the cytoplasm. The direction of transport goes from the source to the sink, meaning that the materials go from the site of sugar production in the leaves down to the roots and stem where growth may occur, and the materials will leave the phloem to be used in cells. The source may not always be above the sink. For example, a carrot stores its sugars in the roots below ground to prepare for a cold winter, meaning that the flow from source to sink goes from the roots up towards the leaves. In this case, the sugar will be transported up when the carrot grows leaves, making the leaves the sink. In addition, a young developing leaf before it is photosynthetic is a sink for sugars produced by older leaves. After the leaf begins to expand and turn green, it is both a sink and a source as a result of its own photosynthetic capacity. When fully mature and expanded, the leaf then becomes a source of sugar production.